I'm not the first one though, and I'm not the last one. More and more are coming. There is a new generation now, a newer generation of young filmmakers who believe in some of the ideas I believe in of self-investment.
But we also have to admit that actually very many people don't wish well for others. Yes, Banyabonebasebo, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming back to another episode of the Frontrow podcast. We're making UG Films famous. We are very, very happy and excited that we are back for another one. Cinema UG, Ava Juliet, Center Productions, DSP Events, Adlam Concerts. These are all guys who make sure we're here every other episode. And we are very happy that they make this happen. We are very happy that we are back once again to serve in this ministry of making sure the UG films are famous. Only the intro.
I know. English cut here and there, but yeah, it's a cloth.
I know. We have got to make sure everyone is catered for.
Everyone is catered for.
Yes. I mean, why not? 2026, that's why
2026.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kagwa, today is also, again, as usual, special.
Yeah.
There is no episode this year we are doing that will not be special. And we are warning everyone out there. The episodes we are going to be doing this year are going to be very special because we want to make sure we put a roof on the film industry in Uganda and the continent. Yes, because we believe we can. And if we don't, who will? At the end of the day, it's very, very important. Those who are subscribing and those who are following, those who are liking, those who are commenting, those who are resharing, we are very, very, very happy with you, proud of you because of what you do. And we are saying, please keep it up because this is an empire we're building and we can't build it without you.
Yeah, and it's okay to share that link with another person. You can comment, you can subscribe. Nebambi. Obusungu bukendera abana nga bavuma
Your New Year's resolution is not going to work out by that.
Abana bavuma waliwo omwana eyazaawo n'agamba nene katubaleka omanyi no just kwogera ku meatballs oli nanyiga n'ayagala okunvuma nzenna
Kagwa va ku mmere y'obwereere y'amaanyi eyo. But generally I think it's making a change. We are rewarding people, Kagwa.
Yeah,
we are rewarding people. Every other time you subscribe and you are the particular number that crosses from one. For example, if we are like having like 9 subscribers and you are the 10th, you get something. If we are like 99
and you're the 100th one,
you get something. So please, someone is actually monitoring and following these things to see who is the number what as subscribers. So please make sure we build this together and push to make sure that we grow it. Today, we have a special guy.
Yes.
This guy started with us. We saw him start. We drank the porridge at National Theatre together. Buchapati wemanjwe eri Mariana's Kombi. You understand? The big hat, the small hat.
Oh yeah, the big hat. The big hat. Those were special days, by the way.
Special days.
Those were special. Table of men. Big hat. Yes, those were special days.
The dreams at that time.
Yes, ngojao no sanga laptop nga bazitaddeo abana ne batandika okunyumya kamera.
Ziri MB.
And then the Tuesday premieres.
Yes.
Were they like once every month?
Once every month.
Yes. Ng'ofulumanga film togitegedde. Kati oba omaze ofuluma omwana n'agamba kagola bye short.
Ogenda kunjogeza ku guy wa timeline. Omusajja yakola premiere timeline. By the way, me I'm very happy because it's been a long journey.
It's been a long journey.
Yes,
in 2014, I think I was just getting into the industry. Ngomwana baleta okulaba premiere ne basoka bakuba performances soka newakuba eyokubiri noga naye twazze kulaba firimu lwaki tulaba abayimbi nga kumbe firimu eri ku timeline bali mu gisalaasala nga omulinze naye netuuka ne tuvaayo ne tukula ne tuddaano.
Also there was that time weyanga producer yarwanye ne bakasta and crew baganya okujja
ne bagaana okujja
kati editor n'akwata film drive n'agamba sokompe balance. Those days.
At least all those were better than film ezali ku timeline. Nera twatukanye tuvayo ku timeline paka abamu we batuzaayo.
Ladies and gentlemen, kagwa mu mwesonywere tugenda mwogerako kyalina obusungu bwe naye he will heal, you will heal pola mpola.
Abantu abatuzza ku timeline in 2025. But anyway,
it wasn't the plan. So we have a guy, this guy has had a big dream.
Yeah.
Big dream, and even when he yabomba oba, he's one of those guys who have been on that list you have been talking about, list ya migration.
Eriawo obeera toli sure oba yagenda oba teyagenda oba waali
greener pastures agenda tubuulira waliwo ababomba for a given period of time n'agamba ngenda kubomba 10 nkomewo nga ndi cleared. Yes, this guy is going to
kyogambye abombe 10 gundi waffe oli yabomba producer
aliwo kuwona
ngamba producer eyakola firimu yalina okuba 2025 feature film of the year.
Kagwa yogera ebigambo bimaliyo.
Omumanyi gwe ngamba yakola firimu ate walina MC ku premiere.
I want to say things I want to repeat. Oyo mukama wange naawe nete yabomba omayira teyabomba eyo firimu eyo ya directinga. Yes,
nina eri gye nawulira gye ya directinga ku ssimu nti kati awa actinze atya.
Kagwa man sirikako. I almost said Sirse Chimwacho, but I won't say it. Because the truth of the matter is, I think before I dig deeper into this conversation, I will let the guest, Yeyanjule, tugenda kuba kasavu kanyama because this guy is from Toronto and Kawempe.
Eriyo doseyo.
Eri njagala nveyo kuba ngenda ku television.
Badde njagala kumanya. Eri yagidirectingira ku simu oba.
Tulina omugenyi kagwa.
Why? Leero tunaakolera ku bantu.
Nyina kukuba engatto by the way.
Oyina ekintu ky'otaddewo emboozi oyagala tuzikomye makati.
Oli muting. Please introduce yourself.
Wow. First and foremost, thank you guys for hosting me. Andrew, I've known you for so long. Ben, I've known you for so long. Now I'm going to be where we started, in the big heart. And I started out as an actor actually in 2011.
Olimba.
But a failed actor. I think there used to be these movies, Patrick Zakolia DSTV, by then a DSTV connection where in Nairobi or Nigeria, one of the two.
Patrick Sechaya.
Shooting for a couple of days. A lot of us art, there's one thing, I don't know even how I can say this, but I think art is something that it's a calling. When it comes to you, it's an opportunity to see. That's what I know. When it comes to you, you just have to take the opportunity and turn into what you want. Yeah, erinnya lyange nze Walta Gabriel Busulwa. So I'm from Kawempe. I was born and raised there. So I've been a filmmaker now. I think professionally, very well, since it was, let me say 2015, when I knew exactly what to do and how to do. Yeah, professionally. But before that, I think I started out in 2011. Yeah, I saw the struggle. So I do both documentary and fiction. And forever, all my stories will be for, about, and on Uganda. I'll never change that. Yeah. So, and outside Uganda, I call myself a diaspora filmmaker. Yeah.
Based in
Toronto and Kampala.
Okay, interesting. Oyina ekintu kyoyogedde kimuddemu wazanyako
lwakuba firimu alayika tagijjukira.
I think zaali ziwerako for so many people but sigenda mentioning amanya gaabwe.
Mwabagulanga langi gundi emmere yo.
I think byonna twabikola though.
Nomugula ebijanjalo byawo nakawungako.
I think Patrick Yenga you go. It was a whole different thing but remember those days we had the two worlds we had north and south. Nga ojjukira ebyabiranga downtown uptown. But also bikyaliwo okay. So mbadde simanyi though. Those days waliwo gye twasasulanga lunch, transport and all that. I think it was for like a year or two. Yeah, I remember Nemsenguzi. Twakolako Nemsenguzi for some people. But it was a lot of work, too much hassle. Yeah, take a lot. I think I only watched one movie in those. By then we jukira films at the laptop.
Omanyi waliwo omuntu gwe nanyumyako naye nangamba naye yakolako yaliko mu firimu ebiseera ebyo naye nga teyamanya nakumanya linnya lya firimu gye baali bagiyita gye bashootinga era mu biseera ebyo because I think that was the time when MultiChoice started commissioning jukira nti they had created an East African TV nga way before Maisha Magic bali bagiyita I think Africa Magic Plus nga it's focusing on East Africa so ne mubaamu awo abantu abafunamuko bu commission obwamangu awo ng'abantu balina engeri gye bakikubamu ekintu nga shooting alina engeri gy'alabikamu awo ne mukwano gwange yagenda ye teyali commission naye yakola film which ended up on MultiChoice but I think she was earlier she made a film which became the first Ugandan film on MultiChoice. Cindy Iman Cindy Magara I think bagiyita The Fate
The Fate The Fate, it was the first one back in the day.
Yeah, so at that time there was penetration nga I think the South Africans, because at that time it was the South Africans that were directly dealing with Ugandans. Nga tebamanyi nnyo bantu bakudealinga nabo so abantu abamu bafunawo sente ezo man ne baliira mu kavuyo because I have a feeling most of the people that worked on those films as I commissioned tebasasura like ngeri waggulu wali baddeyo okusasura but wansi awo mulimu abaana bangi abakolera obwereere
and they were not complaining because
yes,
anyway
they were not complaining.
Walter, you live Kampala, you live Kawempe, you live National Theatre. I would say, I mean, National Theatre. There are so many people whose careers started there, very and then they go abroad and they become a big thing. You leave National Theatre with a dream to be. Do you go to be a better filmmaker, or you went searching for greener pasture? School.
Yeah, I went to study film.
You went to study film?
Planned kid.
No, not planned kid. Yeah, so, when we started out, one of the things all of us, not really offending anyone and let them not to be offended. We started out, but we were doing the wrong thing. A few people knew what to do. A lot of us didn't know what to do. Because film is not just calling everyone on set and shoot and go. There's a lot that happens before going on set, and the bigger work comes after you have the hard drive with the footage. That is where the journey starts. That is what we knew, but abroad it doesn't. It starts from the idea, and they'll tell you, go do a proof of concept and come back. So even if you don't have anything, the proof of concept and the paperwork, basically, I really wanted to know. There are so many people, not only me, and more even going, and more in school today or over, I think in Europe, in America and Canada too. They're studying film. And I wanted to follow into the footsteps of the people who have inspired me, actually. If you look, in 1969, I think Haile Gerima went to the US to study film at I think UCLA. For the last couple of years, he's been making films about Ethiopia. And he has a new one premiering, I think, next week at Balinale. So you see, I'm not the first one, though, and I'm not the last one. More and more are coming. There is a new generation now, a newer generation of young filmmakers who believe in some of the ideas I believe in of self-investment. Until today, like no boy in a talent, no boy money to do everything, but what come. So basically, I wanted to know more about my job. because this is the only thing I know how to do best.
Before you go to study that, had you studied anything else here?
Yeah.
What
I studied journalism.
To university level?
Yes. But I didn't practice actually. At all. At all.
Tuina PR kusezi. Journalist kati PR.
Oh, I didn't even practice.
Ero mlabira PR mlamba. Sekamwa.
Nah, he's a good. He's been around.
But you will see, I've episode was a singer.
Really good.
He knows how to move the mouth.
Andrew's good.
Yeah. But I wanted to make.
I don't know where this question is going.
Andrew was saying something and he's trying to forget it. Andrew, what are you doing?
I'm trying to understand what you were doing before. But of course, now that he talks journalism, a lot of things like Kagwa, because I know Kagwa, his love for documentaries is known. Even had a showcase which money he ate.
Yeah, and I told him to. One time I sent him. I think I sent him a message.
Yes, you asked me to revive it.
Yeah, and I wanted to partner with him. I'm a documentary. Yeah, I told him to.
I was using my own money to organize it. So no, but
the documentary showcase.
Yeah, that was a good.
I think why did I bring that up is I know his love for documentary filmmaking, and then you having studied journalism at the start, and then you went on to study film. I've realized most of your films have been documentaries.
Yes, I did more documentaries. I've done, I think, 3 fiction. Yeah, the last one before I left, I did Bibi Mtoto and Felix was the main actor, and Percy, because I worked with Percy and Felix for so long. So I keep on bringing back Felix and Percy all the time because I think
Felix Mwango kola na ye.
Not even just Mwango, but
tasaba sente nyingi.
But then we never had money. All the times I've worked with him again, I've paid actually a lot of money. Before I used to pay less, but Katata is even more expensive.
No, I know, by the way. I know
when television
Felix
came in,
I think
things became more expensive.
He's even an award winner.
Ate omukubira gamba agoliwe bweru ngena kola million.
Amanyi ogamba ebyombo oli wabweru nga wanoonya ngeri gy'akuseera.
Yayiga yafuna manager w'amaanyi. Ozo Felix yakyakwata essimu zange? Takyazikwata.
Nze kyemmanyi Felix kasita yatandika okukola ne Nathan obuzibu ne bujja. Felix n'abeera nga si mwangu nga ayina engeri gy'akulabamu n'omusanga n'agakalira bakano kannamawulire. Felix nga mpita munnamawulire nga naye bw'alaba bali ku TV nga bayita ba journalist ne mmanya wano waliwo level gye bacreate azalaye.
But generally I think there's something about documentary film. Why documentaries? Mostly for you.
I think like when some of the best documentary filmmakers actually they have always come out of this land in Africa. In Uganda, I think one of the top ones, I think all of you know Batka Koza. He's good. And I think like I feel like I really miss that old Batka Koza we had back in the day. A lot has changed in the world, but then there's also a lot of other people. I think there is another guy Wamita, I think you buy Edmund, but the company is called Edcom Films. They called a very nice short documentary called Edmund Tamaria. Very good documentary filmmaker. There's another guy, Yakola, who documentary of Ghetto Kids. I'm not sure about the name, but I'm following up LinkedIn. So the thing about documentary, it gives you the opportunity to tell the story the way you would want it to be perceived by the audience. It's not fiction where you're going to sit down and say, you know what, I want to write a film about Afro-tourism. I want to create a world that never exists. I woke up one night in Engamba, I'm creating a world. I want to create a film called Zona Neda. I never had a title, but I said I want to create a film in a world where everything is weird and unique. And only one person in Uganda that understood that concept is Nathan Magol, actually. I sat down and I started writing. I'm like, hey, I want this movie, but I want you to produce it. So for documentary, AI cannot replace documentary filmmaking, but they replace the rest, I think. Yeah. But documentary, they won't. That is proven from Hollywood and all over the world. So the thing is that the documentaries, they also allow you to use a small budget. Let me go shoot Bender and Felix and Martin Then I will sit with my editor because we edit as we actually work on the script. So you sit down with it, I think we don't need that. I think let's use the other shot because it brings out more of the meaning. So when I went to do Disc of the Dead, so me, I came to Uganda, I got my little money, and I also got some money from TV5 in Quebec, in Canada. So Quebec is the part of Canada that has a lot of funding for film than anywhere actually in North America.
And a lot of festivals.
A lot of festivals, top ones. The festival that actually opened up my door in Canada is from Quebec. It's called the Montreal Documentary Film Festival. They run the Doc Lab. So I shot and I said, I'm done. So when I took Canada, Ngando Zanina, when I ran through my story and everything, I think you need to shoot more and you need to go deep. So when I met my editor, she's from South Africa, Melissa Parry. She edited Queen Sono and Okavango. So she told me, you know what we're going to do, we're going to start working on the cut. So it has to be 26 minutes. Now we only have 12 actually. That's it. But we have a proof of concept now. The sizzle reel, it's like, I think, 2 minutes. So that's what you take around to look for funding. So for documentary, you look for a story, you feel like you know this story. It's not just going to work, but it can sell my culture, my people, my language, and my everything about my country. So Disc of the Dead is not just any normal documentary or even Massacre to Toronto. When I did Massacre to Toronto, I was just thinking about doing a documentary about Matoke, that's it. But I don't know. When it went out, the perspectives were different. Very different. I screened it to so many spaces, and I was like, wait, this just happened? So people relate differently when it comes to documentary. Yeah.
Personally, I think one of those things that make documentary films special, and mostly when you're making it, is how the film itself does not stay on script. When you're starting out, you write something, and you think you have it.
You have it. Yeah.
And then when you're actually making the film, some things might have changed by the time you started doing your research, and probably how people feel about that topic at the moment. Because like it happened to us one time, we were shooting a couple of ladies. They were victims of domestic violence. And, you know, the back and forth when you're having an interaction with them, and you get to that time now we're coming to shoot. And by the time we went back, she had the man back in her life, and her views had changed about the topic. We had talked about for 3 months.
He was a darling now.
Yeah, like so for me, like I know when you're shooting it frustrates you.
It does so much.
But the mere fact that documentaries that like things can, like, you do not write it and then that's how it's going to be and that's how you're going to shoot, like that makes them special. Like by the time people get to see the film, there are things they will look at and they will not know the backstory, but that's what's very, very dynamic about them. And at times you see the thing with, for example, with consent, the people can take their consent back.
Yeah.
And you're there with your footage.
And you have the footage and someone has taken their consent back. Money already spent. Yeah. Very, very frustrating in the making, but trust me, when that film is done, it's always worth it.
You're relieved.
You have moved around beyond just closest borders. You have gone all the way and visited so many film platforms and
not so many. A little few. Yeah.
Well, I mean, compared to very many other filmmakers, I know very many filmmakers whose only platform has been UFF. You understand?
What exactly are you trying to say?
No, you know what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is saying very few, but I know guys who have not gone beyond the borders of this country. The film platforms locally, you understand? And of course, even when you find the way they behave, they will make you feel like they have done it all.
Yeah,
You understand? Yeah. And you've been places with film. Of course, to you, you feel like you've not done a lot because you have interacted with guys who have done big things. But what's the difference you feel between this we have down here and what is out there? And how do you compare the different spaces you've been to?
I'm going to start with the comparison between there and here. So, I think in the US and Canada, not in a bad way, and I don't want people in Canada to get offended. I'm a filmmaker, but I'm also a cultural anthropologist. I understand the culture so much. And one thing I know, if you look at Canada, is owned by the US. Not by force, but indirectly. So when we started film in Canada, the US bought the screens in 1930 from the National Film Board, actually. Yeah, so it's relevant when we're doing film history in Canada. So once 1 in 10 films showing now at Cineplex in Toronto or Vancouver, more than 5 there from the US. You understand? So that means the big brother is the US and the rest will follow. So that makes all the resources go into one person. And even the resources available for a few of us, there is also a divide. There is a systematic divide, which is a normal Caucasian Canadian. And these things are happening in Canada. So that's why they're based on research. And then also there's a divide between us, the people who immigrated in Canada for so many reasons, and those who were born there, especially the black race. So a black Canadian doesn't struggle who has an accent who was born in Canada like I do. So when they look at my application, if my film is made outside, they hesitate. I think on send again as there. So it will take you time, but also even if it takes time, you don't have to give up. Or you know, Kudayoku drawing board. Go down, start from school, and also focus on artistic development. When you do that, anywhere in the world abroad, you can actually get to the table. I just went to the table last year after so many years. When you come back home, the industry has changed actually. When I remember where we came from, how many years ago now? 15 years ago? People used to work actually totally for free. Yes, today people work for free. And today people work for less money, which doesn't really matter so much now. But also cutting, as we filmmakers, we have to start promoting what's called the paying culture. Good things are so expensive. I had Masakatra, last taxi to Kawempe. I had a very good cast. I did the casting myself and I was supported by my producer. But one thing about this, all those faces in the movie were so expensive to bring on board. You might have the money. Many people have been given money, but they've not made the films. So it comes back to one thing. You have to know the technicalities and the technical know-how. The technicalities are not just the editing and writing good scripts or finding a hura to do for your sound design. No. You have to know the cinema language of Uganda. How do I work with people? Because you know the reason why most of our films have not gone far. We don't know how to work with people. Everyone wants to be better than someone. And I keep on telling this to people. I'm going to mention their names. They've been better than me. I keep on telling them that. I keep on telling Samuel, you're better than me, but work with people. He's really good at that. I keep on telling Lukman, you're better than me, work with people. Say again. So it is good. I'll give you a story, Andrew and Ben. I think you guys have been following this story for years. Just down here in Rwanda. Those kids, like they're about 4, right? There's I won't call them, I'm sorry, I won't use the word kids, but there is a Yuli Amuli, Mutiganda Wankunda. Now Jolo Kalekes is like the Martin Sarkosens of Rwanda. Then there is Moise Ganza. You find that one film is produced by Mutiganda Wankunda produced Yuli Amuli's film. Yuli produces for Mutiganda Wankunda, Moise Ganda produces for the other. And you find out the more they've worked together, Rwanda has a film every day. Every year at Balinale. They will have a film at Ken's. And next year, I hope so. Because I've been following that.
And it looks like when you look at their ecosystem, like how builds up, still at the top of it, you'll find that they're getting a lot of support from. There is still from fellow Randy's producers. There is Eric.
Eric
Cabera, and then this lady who used to act in Uganda.
Florine?
No, not Florine. She's in theater a lot at the moment, but I've forgotten her name. Yeah, but I get what you're talking about. Like they kind of work a lot together to raise each other up, and it's something that that we have failed to do.
I think. Well, this is a question I was going to ask later. I've realized, like, most of the time I've talked to you, I realized that he would tell you a list of people he's planning to work with, like for the coming year or the coming like 6 months, and you always realize that he has very many people coming with it from the region. East African region or South African. He has people coming from other parts of the world, and then he always has Ugandans that he has worked with. I've already seen him work with Shantos, Felix.
I'll never change.
I've seen you work with Bella. You know, this is another guy you worked with for, what's his name?
Beckmas.
Yes.
Yeah, Beckmas.
You understand?
This is my producer.
Beckman.
Yes.
Beckmas. We started together in Maisha in 2015.
You see?
Yeah.
So there's always that other thing of keeping a team.
Same team. Michael Bass done that since 1996 on The Rock. Same crew.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here it's the biggest problem, because most of the times people are they're entertaining each other. They entertain each other when they don't have resources. But as soon as the resources come in, they actually drop each other.
I think it's something that at times has to do. At times it's greed. And how it works with you. Like, you see, in Uganda we have very few people that have specialized when it comes to the film department. Very few people have specialized to tell themselves that I'm going to do sound and I'm not going to try to do cinematography. So for some reason, we have a lot of people that are doing either sound, but deep down they feel they can be producers.
Sure.
And they're even trying to write sample script. Like that's whether they know how to write or they do not know how to
just
write.
To interject in a bit on that, not in a bad way, whoever will be watching our podcast, if you think you can't be a good producer, don't waste time. We are losing talent. I'm not really praising this guy, but there's one thing I feel like Nathan Magora has. The same thing Beckmas and Isabella. You tell them, hey, I think I'm coming. We're going to do a project. There's a way they get things together. So that person was born and was bred to be a producer. That's why I keep on telling people, if you've been recording sound, cross over to go do sound design. Do one thing. The way Shadows did sound for for Last Taxi to Kawempe, everyone who has watched this movie where it is right now is praising the person who recorded sound on location. How good he is. But I believe if people can invest time to build such brands, until you know what, Shanto is going to do sound. Because he's done one thing over and over, locally and globally. Everywhere. Even if you go in rooms of people doing documentaries around Hollywood or Europe in spaces, well, there's a guy in Uganda called Shantos. He's even a fixer. So do one thing, you specialize, you do it better. You go over and hey, these things of LMA, ABCD, you won't do anything. You'll be confused for the next 10 years. I miss one of my friends, Gwinalimanyi, one of the best writers in this country, no names. She got lost like that. Katide ngenda kumanaging muyimbi, nchangenda ate simanya katufuka producer, ate writer, ate director. Nayenga, she's one of the best writers in this country. But yabula like that because of non-specializing. I think
I'm trying to think who that
no name is Andrew. Ronnie. So I feel like I can be a producer too. On Zona Neda, I reached out to Nathan. This is a good film. I'm going to pitch that film this year in May in Ken's short film corner. I want you to produce this film. I'm going to work on everything. You know, this is what a professional producer does. this same person, Nangamba, you know what? We have to take the script in development. He paid 400 euros to a company in France to consult us just on a script which is short, 21 pages. So that is the producer now. Kati, when we get funding, are you going to tell this person, her sentences, I don't need you? No. Namgama, the money is going to come. You're the producer, me, I will be under you. I'll be the other producer because I bought the money, but I'll be under you. You call the shots. Because he's good. Kati, I think we have to go do this thing.
I think the level of insecurity, because everyone is struggling and striving to make sure they stand out more. So we end up feeling like the space is not enough for all of us. I want to be alone.
I will tell you, like, Benda, the problem is UFF money. You see that money that comes with the best feature film, which people got, because you see UFF helped people understand the different roles. There was that time where people did not know whether the film was for a producer or a director. They were not sure. Until UFF came and they managed to understand, like, okay,
Best film is?
so the best film goes to the producer, and that money goes to the producer. That's when most people started becoming producers. Actors started becoming producers. That was the very first wave of people becoming producers. Now when MultiChoice came and brought a lot of money, that was the second wave of people becoming producers.
But we also have to admit that actually very many people don't wish well for others. You understand? Very many times I've seen good things happen to people and we celebrate them. But there are people who will see good things happen to another person and they will start behaving like oxygen way. Very simple things.
Charity starts at home.
Yes.
Whenever someone wins something, I send him a message. Whenever Nathan does something, hey,
you understand?
Message,
those days,
like
Samuel has been places, but the people were just hating on him.
Betting on that.
You understand? This guy has been places. The guys were getting commission projects, and people are always asking, Raji, why so and so?
Why so and so?
Instead of celebrating and asking how so and so is doing it,
learn from
you
them,
understand? Pick the leaf.
Pick a leaf.
You know, one thing I've learned from working in PR, there is a reason why the same people always get the things. And more so when it comes to creatives, like when it's the corporate world where all you need is your CV and everything, it's very easy for different people to keep getting the work. For the creative industry where we are very emotional people, but then we are very unprofessional people.
True.
So you will find that it's easier for a brand to work with someone they've worked with before because they know how to work with brands at that magnitude. Let me tell you, in my line of work,
Which
like
one?
I've PR. I think I've tried some few times to front creatives. Then creative naja na kuswaza.
True. I remember those days you used to get for us interviews at NTV.
No booking. I want to interview to go for a shoot.
The interviews. Waliwo film y'omwana gye twali to promotinga. Nga ngenda mbukinga. By the way, it was after haggling, like running up and down with the producer. Nga no ngolooza nsabaki. Ndi mu kusaba mawulire ga ssaawa 3 kwe kusinga okulabibwa abantu nga gendi mu kugoba njagala mawulire ga ssaawa 3 njagala gassaamu producer ayina firimu nenfuna engeri gye nfumba omuntu wange bulungi nangamba omanyi onneesibyeko nnyo ngenda kuwa slot ku Rocksatu Rocksatu natandika okubira producer ku Lwokubiri. Actually, nasoka nemukubya nemuga batwade slot ku Rocksatu nemukubira ku Monday rebampa slot ku Lwokubiri nkubya producer and kati netago genda.
Wow.
With all the hassle you went through.
Yes. Niranga ono ayinza obutajja naye nfuna ebizibu kati nenyongera nekwamasimu netandika kati okubira awo abantu abali ku cast nga n'abali ku cast Andrew nze nga sagala interviews in my moment, my time, my me time of acting, mbandi muku visualizing, sagala kubeera ku interview, omanye ebintu ebyo bitwala obudde, and this is an interview I had just
yeah.
That's prime time.
Prime time.
Oh. That's prime time.
If you know how I struggled to dial that phone okube simu gamba
Producer man.
Nsonyiwa kiganye.
And that is what's happening. And it's still happening. Those things are still happening.
Yeah.
Because you find the entire cast and crew. And you're saying, man, guys, we need to push in the spaces where people don't know us.
People don't know us.
Forget about us pushing our own groups, WhatsApp groups. We need to go beyond.
Where they don't know
producer, you take a sent and you do everything possible. Actually, you know what? I'm returning a favor of something you did to me for me some other time.
Yeah.
Now, kuwa space.
Yeah.
Nibakubiranga gwe bw'oli talina ky'omanyi ku film. Nibagamba nayo manyi goli ku set katukuteekeyo genda oyogere ky'osobola.
Yeah, I think me too, it happened to me. No names. I'll mention a producer. She did the TV series, and I don't want to give crews. Was Andra Jamtegere. So I'll just use the word. She did the TV series, and I reached out to her on Facebook. Hey, I have this car connection from somewhere. I didn't get a number yiyo. Naye nange yogerako nange oyina enamba yange enkadde eno yempya someone asolotwala ki TV serio ne bagidabinga into French and Portuguese. Like before nga sinagenda Canada, I had a lot of connections I never used. So when I came back in business, I started reactivating these connections. Actually, they've helped me so much. So I knew this guy. He works in there is, I think you know the MIP program in Cairns, television. So, and I'm like, I know this person. All what you need to do, if you still have the project for the series, this person is going to help you. You get television distribution. You might not get a lot of money, but what I know, you can walk away with like 50K. At times I never wanted any commission. This person responded to my message, I think 3 months after. Today people still use Facebook, actually. A lot of people, so many old school people still. So whenever I'm looking for someone on Facebook,
the valuable people.
Andrew, Akudam. WhatsApp, he will never respond, but Facebook, Akudam. So many people here on Facebook, money from way back, but she responded, but kati nange message najiraba late though. Najiraba nga waisendoza weeks nga satu ngamba sina kya mukolera. Filmmakers, you're watching this. We have to learn communication. Natandise policy this month, when the Walta Docs Film Corporation sends you a message or an email, which is in Uganda, the Walta Docs Uganda Limited, not ajidam after one business day, no contract. Tuchina chitugenda kugamba, done. No watukolerako before, no business. Because communication is everything in film. Omusajja kusindika email, not adam after 3 days. Nze bandi qualifying in a lab general njagala ennyo bagitalagwa limba. It's in Italy. I made a mistake, actually, a very small mistake. They sent me an email. I responded after 3 days. Walta Gabriel, you didn't respect the communication and the community we are building. Therefore, we are disqualifying you. And I apologize through a letter. I'm going to apply again next year. Kati, kino kinjigiriza. And Ugandans, we are struggling with communication.
Yeah.
We are. We need to work on such things. Because all about outside there, communication is everything. You know, we're not talented. Yeah. Some of the biggest people I've met people. You write to Haile Gerima in the morning. DC, I want us to go over through Zone and Neda and all that. Remember, Nakudam in the evening, late, even at night in Nakudam. But this is a guy. Those are the remaining father of African film. Kachola bo musajja yali myaka 84 asobola okudamu email. About Ugwali just 22, 42, 29, 30. Kati byebyo nebizibu byetuyina.
I think generally there's a lot to learn. Abantu baffe balina bingi ebyokuyiga kubanga Fetulo was in say koma wano.
But I think it comes down to the fact that abana omanyi is ngabolaba nti there are people on YouTube that are working and they call it tukoleya akantu. So I think ne mu film industry mwajamu ekintu kya kantu mu filimu ana ze bakola nga ng'oliye oba tabiraba nti akola bya ddala
ngagezaako
nga ali tukolemuko tuzanyemuko ndowooza I have a feeling that's the reason why they have the attitude they have, cause ebya ddala I do not see how you invest a lot of money in making a film and you're not willing to communicate on the process that comes after that.
Do you know where I'm going to keep on working with Felix, Shantos, Alan Kutos, Sophia Namwanje, Angume Mark? They know what they want. You reach out, business, okay, ABCD, done. No wasting time. There's some actress I wanted to work with on Zona Neda, because Zona Neda, I'm working with her. I wanted her and Van Vika. Van Vika said yes already. We have even signed the contract. We are waiting for funding. The reason why I put him in the film Van Vika, I had personal reasons. Someone who is old school like me, I always wanted someone like him. Because at first I had gotten John Dumelo, but John Dumelo, I was praying so much so that he loses the election. So I woke up one day and his agent told me the guy who won the election, he won't be in the movie. I was like, But then Van was okay because John was cheaper, but then Van was much better. So this actress, you sent her a message. I think Kainzo kujidam after 2 weeks. I see me every day. So I think in those communication here, Katinga or Gambia, people keep the same crew forever. Nti tomorrow nakeda nga benda inakyakolera ginaita abantu beyakolanga nabo because bamutegeera okitegeera nti sometimes chikono even nga filmmaker I feel like I don't know I can wake up nengamba I'm writing this movie and I think I want Felix to be the main or Prosi or maybe I want Martha or Angume or Alan. So you write your first 5 characters based on those people because it's like they will be easier. I've done things and I'm keep on doing things and I'll do things, but I keep on Ugandan all the time, even if I bring Ugandan.
I think at the end of the day, we've got to remember one thing. Our work is like human relations. In a relationship, you study someone, you fall in love with someone, you understand who they are and what they do, what they love and what they don't love. You know, you can know even just by talking to them on phone, and you understand them so well. And when it works, it will work, no matter what. You understand? And when you are going to restart a new study of a new human being, it comes very hard. Now, it means whoever other option wants to get into that space, they should be good enough.
Yeah,
true.
Now, you who are young, who are dreaming to work with the guys who have been here for a long time, you need to make sure you up the game. You need to make sure you find a way to fit into the new. You understand? Because the biggest challenge that we have with the new guard or the new generation, the young generation, discipline.
Discipline.
And of course, discipline has a lot to do with communication. Omwana jamu WhatsApp inbox yo. Nayogera nawe nga akumanyi nnyo.
Thank you.
WhatsApp.
You see that I was looking for, I think, a crew for Disco of the Dead. And because my number was only than the producers, people started applying in my inbox. Resume, I'm applying for the job. But I never responded. And I'm sorry if they're watching. Professionally, if there is an email and the phone number, the number is RSP in case of anything. Not you to send, oh, Benda, I'm applying to be your assistant. I'm in your inbox. No.
So WhatsApp.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I never responded. Whoever went through email, those are the people I responded to.
And that's what's happening. I know you and me can agree, and confirm to this that many of the times that people come in box and the way they send messages, how can you send someone a message at 1 a.m.?
1 a.m., yeah.
1 a.m. in the night. You're in the same time zone. You understand? I know whatever you want might be very, very important. Okay, email, it's okay.
It's okay, yeah.
By a WhatsApp, At 1 a.m.
Yeah. A long one.
We need to understand these things. Some of these things actually they're a real turn-off.
Real turn-off.
They close doors.
And then the other thing is film, like many of the other jobs we do, is referral based. And that's world over. It's referral based. Like how someone enjoys working with you is how they will sell you to the next person that's trying to recruit.
That's it.
If someone is going to have a very bad experience of working with you, you do not keep time, you do not reply in time. Like, trust me, that's exactly what they will tell the other person trying to hire you. Like, oh, you want to work with that one? That one is a bad timekeeper.
You work with Shantos on a set, he drives his own car. No volume. Mujia call time at 6, is there at 5.
Yes,
that's
true.
him. He's
That
been
one I
there.
know.
All my films I've done with him. Same thing.
Yes, I've worked with
So you
Shantos.
give up on some people and say, no, what? Even if I go anywhere in the world, this guy will come as long as you can find a visa. He will come and do my sound. I don't want stress.
True.
Simple as that.
True. I think there's a lot to learn. In a few last remarks, what's happening? What's coming up? People who might want to tap into opportunities that you have, how do they reach you?
What's happening? We will be premiering, but we are going to, we'll be playing The Last Taxi to Kawempe. So this film I dedicated to my grandmother. She died in 2016. So it's about my place where I came from. The film, we are working with a sales agent and a distribution strategist now. Her name is Winnie. She runs Real Media Africa. So she's one of the few people who are invited at the European Film Market. And my film will be at the European Film Market next week. She's looking around for festivals. So I'll be back here, I think, sometime around the UFF. I'm planning, I think, a screening. Because Ahura, when we did the sound, initially tried to call 7.1, but we're doing 5.1 and stereo. It will be. I want to show it in the cinema, even if it's a short. Then opportunities, I think, for people out there growing and those who are established, self-investment. If someone invites you to Durban Film Mart, don't expect to get a air ticket. It's just $400. Let me not use the word, it is just a million. That 1 million can change your life. Beckmas went to Durban, his life changed. He started from MOOC, but he was doing actually, it's like internship when he went for Durban Film Mart. Everything is straight. Oh, Andrew, what for Canal Plus? Your number. Oh yeah, take my number. Call me when I go back to France. That's Durban Film Mart. I only saw that again in Montreal. So if you want to connect with me, LinkedIn. That's the only social media I have. LinkedIn, even Facebook, those who know me from way back, but I only have LinkedIn. So they can always find me on LinkedIn.
And the name is?
Send me messages. LinkedIn is Walta Gabriel Busulwa. Then people have my number. I'm in most of the groups, a lot of groups here for film. Yeah. Andrews, if you don't have my number, you can ask it from Benda, Felix, Andrew, Nathan, Ahura, or Beckmas, or Isabella. Yeah.
And one thing you've talked about, investing in yourself. I keep telling people about this because people keep telling me that when I was very active in the newsroom that I got a lot of opportunities. That's because I was flying out a lot. And truth is, there were no opportunities. Like there were very many times that I left the country to cover a festival in another place because I wanted to be there. But there were many times where one thing led to another because you're in that place.
That is
and then there is someone who is willing to take you to their place and they're willing to cater for everything for you to be in that place. I did not apply. There was a talent training for critics I didn't apply for because I was in Durban. And it was a matter of, oh, you're from Uganda. We had someone from Uganda 2 years back. I think they were talking about Poly. Yes.
Right?
It was, I think it was Balinali, ITF, Rotterdam.
Yeah.
So, and just like that, this lady's like, send me an email when you get time.
Thank you. That's it. I'm
Like,
going to movies that
Basically,
same way.
that was it.
Same way. I met someone in Durban all of a sudden we met in Montreal. He's like, oh, I think I saw you in Durban. He's like, oh, I've heard of the movie. When he went for my pitch for Disco of the Dead, he's like, oh, by the way, I've heard of the film Take on Impact at Movies That Matter. I'm like, I love the festival actually. It supported so many things in Uganda. He's like, do you want to come actually?
Just like
I'm
that.
like, who doesn't want? I've never even been to the Netherlands. So okay, send me an email, send me everything about your film. The following week, and he's like, okay, be ready. From the 20-something, you're coming to The Hague and we're paying everything. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's a free vacation, but work.
Yeah. So I think what we pick from this at the end, as we conclude, it's basically we take a move, find a way, make sure. We have all seen people who have gotten. I mean, sometimes, of course, conversion about the one is Singapore abroad, but people tend to forget that there's so many opportunities, even locally.
A lot.
Who do you go? Which events do you go to? Who do you meet? When you go to events, do you just sit in a corner and swiping, or do you actually talk to people?
Yeah.
You understand? We have a filmmakers mix and mingle coming back, and people are going to be coming. Yeah, instead of going to actually interact with people to make connections, they will be there taking selfies with the same people they know. So I think at the end of the day, you've got to remember where take a more. Go and study if you can. Go to these workshops. Go to these.
Even
volunteer
if
if you can.
Go to development labs.
Yes.
Like all these things, there's a lot. Durban, and there's a lot all over, like Northern Africa. You don't need even to go to school to be a filmmaker.
Yeah.
People have been self-taught. Like what's the name of this guy of Kill Bill? So yeah, that's the thing.
Yes.
Go to spaces. Try to know people. UCC has a lot of workshops in their festival. Go to those things.
And you never know.
You never know.
You never know. Tomorrow might be a bigger opportunity for you.
Yeah, that's
we want to conclude this. My name is Kasule Douglas Ben. I want to definitely thank our sponsors. This show is proudly brought to you by Cinema UG. Anything to do with promotion and marketing of film, distribution, these are the guys. Yeah, you will get everything you want from them for your film. Of course, we have Center Productions. These guys, anything to do with sound, they make sure they take care of you. Ava Juliet, if you want space to record podcasts and broadcast anything, these guys can do that so well. Adlam Consults, they definitely say, you want to change your mindset, you want to be coached in the way you think and look at life, Adlam Consults. DSP events, if you want to have any event, whatever event, weddings, birthday parties, etc., it is going to be DSP events. Corset Studios, if you're looking for photography, videography, Corset will sort you up. And of course, definitely we are saying we are making UG Films famous. I've been Kasule Douglas Bender, Tanoma Dage Kajans, aka Salongo, my brother.
Andrew Kagwa, my guy, yo Shadow Katikiro. Peace out.